Cyber Innovations in the Private Sector highlights case studies and the latest industry trends from private vendors. Explore innovative solutions, success stories, and exclusive insights from industry leaders. Stay ahead with the cutting-edge developments driving the industry forward.
Today on CyberSecTV, we speak with Alexander Videt, Fractional CMO at CMOblueprint, about building scalable marketing systems and strategies to drive predictable growth and revenue.
I'm Alex. I'm a Fractional CMO. I've been doing it for nearly 7 years. I've been doing marketing for 28 years, and at some point I realized that I would be more helpful to companies by building strategy with them, building a blueprint, than doing PowerPoint presentation for the big guys. Engineering marketing systems means building something that works whether you're in the room or not. It means reputable pipeline. It also means measurable conversion points and a clear line between how a marketing activity is linked to revenue impact. What most companies do nowadays is they treat marketing as a series of campaigns. They launch something, see what sticks, launch again. It's reactive by design, which is fine, but not ideal. In practice, when I come in, I would start by putting a diagnosis, what's broken, and I would then build an infrastructure that will scale with the company. It's not going to be another campaign, but it's going to be a blueprint behind all the campaigns and all the marketing strategies you want. In every engagement I've run, companies that scaled weren't the ones that had the best campaigns. They're the ones that stopped improvising and started operating from a system. 10 million euros or dollars is a very dangerous milestone because it feels like success. And it is success to a certain extent. But it's also where the founder playbook stopped working. Up to 10 million, you easily grow your founding team relationships. Marketing is mostly support until that gap. It's, easy to have, but beyond the 10 million, you actually need a different engine. You need to have structured demand generation. You need to have a partner ecosystem. You need content that works at scale. And you also need a marketing leader that will connect all of it to revenue, not just to activity. Someone that sees a big picture. So the trap is that most companies don't realize their playbook has expired. They hire more salespeople. They increase their ad spend. And then they start wondering, why is my cost of acquisition climbing? But truth is, it's not a budget problem, it's a blueprint problem. What they are fundamentally getting wrong is they are optimizing for the wrong thing. And a large number of companies that come to me with campaigns problems, they say, we have low conversion rates, we have high cost of acquisition, we have inconsistent pipeline from 1 month to the next. So they want better campaigns, new tactics, different channels, and they all ask for more leads. But campaigns are meant to execute a strategy, not replace it. So if you don't have a clear ICP, your marketing and sales team are not aligned. What is a qualified lead? So marketing versus a sales qualified lead. That means that you have a blueprint problem, not anything else. Well, fractional CMO is really a senior marketing leader without the full price tag. So rather than have him full time and you pay X, you actually have him for a number of hours per week, but it's the same job. So in practice, I'm just another employee for the company. I'm not a consultant. I'm not going to deliver a report and disappear. I work closely with your team. I own the strategy, and very important, I'm accountable for revenue outcomes. The fractional model works because most companies don't need a full-time CMO yet. Some do, but most don't. They need tenure thinking, a team leadership. They need marketing expertise, and they need someone who owns full accountability. So when I come in, again, I diagnose the situation, I build a blueprint, and either execute it with the existing team, or I help the company hire the right people to do it. My goal is not to stay forever, but when I leave, it's to give you something that will work even if I'm not around. A good signal to realize you actually need a fractional CMO, there are 3 of them. First, your marketing team is very busy. Pipeline is growing, but leads don't qualify. You run more campaigns, you generate more leads, yet conversion is low. It's kind of a quicksand feeling. The second signal you should look for is sales and marketing are blaming each other. In the end, it's not a people problem, it's a system problem. And the good news, it's an easy fix. The third signal, an important one too, is the CEO of the company is making all the marketing decisions. He owns the strategy, he owns the marketing plan in every detail. If you reach that 10 million plus, that's a sign. It means that no one in the room owns the revenue architecture. So if you see any of these signals, that's the moment you actually start looking for a fractional CMO. Not, in a week or next month. You actually start looking today. Predictable pipeline starts with 2 things: knowing exactly who you're selling to and why they need your product. The people is going to buy your product. So some will say, oh, I'm selling to mid-market SaaS company in finance or European enterprises in logistics. That's not really an ICP. At best, that's a refined wish list. It's too vague. But once you're clear on that, there are 3 levers to drive predictable pipeline. First, inbound foundation. Your content, your SEO, your thought leadership that attract the right buyer before they're ready to talk to sales. The second is your partner ecosystems, channels that bring qualified pipeline without the headcount growth. And the third is outbound precision, not spray and pray, but targeted, relevant time outreach to prospect that match your ICP. So companies that achieve predictable pipeline run all 3 in parallel, not sequentially, but at the same time. And if you haven't hit yet that 10 million revenue pipeline, then it's time to focus your budget on people who don't know you yet. Your existing customers, they already know you. They are convinced that you are the right person. So growth is outside of your current network. CAC is a relevant number. It's an important one that is looked after, that companies really tend to focus on. But when your customer acquisition cost climbs, companies tend to panic and cut budget. That's not the right thing to do, because a high customer acquisition cost usually means one of 3 things. 1, you're targeting the wrong accounts. Your sales cycles is too long because your marketing didn't do its job upstream. And 3, you're over-investing in channels that generate volume but not quality. So the fix is not spending less, it's reallocating your budget so you spend differently, smarter. A sharp ICP will reduce wasted spend immediately. because you actually target people that want and need to buy your product. A partner ecosystem will bring qualified pipeline that your sales team couldn't reach alone. The cost is real of working with partners, but so is the scale. And strong inbound means buyer arrive educated. Will then shorten the sales cycles and drop the customer acquisition cost naturally. So efficiency and growth are working together in the proper system. The main reason for partnerships to be underutilized in B2B SaaS is a strong partnership are hard to build. It takes trust, investment for training, co-marketing budgets, and time for partners to be autonomous. We're not talking weeks, we're talking months. So it's a long-term commitment. Most SaaS companies are running on quarterly targets, and more often than not, there are other priorities within a company. But what companies miss is a well-structured partner ecosystem. It doesn't just bring pipeline, it brings marketing expertise, partners, existing relationships, and establish trust with your ideal buyers already. So that's months of sales cycles you could be skipping. The other reason partnerships are sometimes underutilized is that companies treat partners like a distribution channel. You send them lead, they take the leads, run with it, and you're done. That's not a partnership, that's a transaction. I give you a lead, you close it, you're paid. But a real partner ecosystem is built on mutual value. What does a partner gain? How do you make them more successful? If you can answer that clearly, you don't have a partner strategy. You have a list of potential contacts. As far as I can tell, there are 3 mistakes. They're very common and they're very avoidable if you want to scale your company. The first one is don't hire before you build a strategy. If you bring a marketing team before you have a clear ICP or a defined buyer journey and you expect your team to figure it out for you, then you're making a big mistake because they rely on you to tell you what it is. The second, you hire a junior person and you ask them to do everything. Define the positioning, write the content, run the events, manage the campaign. That's not a marketing function. That's a marketing agency squeezed into one person. And the third mistake, which I believe is the one I see the most, is companies treat marketing as a cost center, not a revenue function. So when targets are missed, marketing budget is the first thing out, which makes the problem worse, not better. So the common thing is those guys, they are building the house before they even started to draw the blueprint. And that's a big mistake. Everyone is using AI to produce more content, to produce it faster, more blog posts, more emails, more social posts, more everything. But volume was never the problem. The problem was always relevance. And AI doesn't fix a weak ICP. It doesn't fix misaligned messaging. It doesn't fix a broken sales end off. It just amplifies whatever you already have, good or bad. So where companies overestimate AI is in thinking it replaces learning. It doesn't. It's a powerful execution layer, but execution without understanding the strategy first is just noise. Companies that are getting AI right are using it to free up time for the work that actually matters, understanding their buyers, building a relationship, making decisions that require judgment and experience. AI is a remarkable assistant. It's a poor strategist. But what changes fast? Agents are already starting to handle tasks we thought required human judgment. So we should really keep watch on that space. Go to CMOblueprint.co. You'll have my website, all the contact details, and you can even figure out what's the next steps are for you.